Gedung Juang 45 Bekasi was formerly Landhuis Tamboen, known as Gedung Tinggi by local residents. This building was built by a Chinese captain named Khouw van Tamboen, a landlord in the Tamboen area which has a large sugarcane plantation. Khouw van Tamboen built Landhuis Tamboen into stages. The first phase of construction took place in 1906 and was completed in 1910, while the second phase of construction took place in 1925. After Khouw van Tamboen died, the building was owned by Khouw van until 1942. Landhuis and the private land of Tamboen were confiscated from the Khouw family in 1942 during the Japanese occupation and made into Japanese military headquarters. During the War of Independence against the Dutch, Gedung Juang 45 Bekasi was used as a place of defense by freedom fighters based in the Tamboen and Cyberusa areas, including the Mujahideen Mosque in Cyberusa. At the time of independence, Gedung Juang 45 Bekasi became the center for the defense command for the territory of the Republic of Indonesia when Yogyakarta was the capital city. In 1946, when Jakarta was controlled by Nika, Bekasi became the base for the outermost territory of the Republic of Indonesia, which was closest to the Jakarta area. This building was also a place for prisoners exchange negotiations between the Dutch and Indonesian freedom fighters. The Indonesian independence fighters were repatriated by the Dutch to the Bekasi area, and the Dutch troops were sent back to Batavia via Tamboen Station, which is directly behind this building. In 1943 until 1945, the Japanese army occupied this building and made it one of the centers of military power. After Japan withdrew from Indonesia in 1945, the Indonesian National Committee NI made Gedung Juang 45 Bekasi used as the office of Jatinegara Regency, now the Bekasi Regency area, not only as a district office. This building is also used as a place of defense and a command center in the struggle to maintain independence from the Dutch army Nika, who wanted to colonize Indonesia again. In mid-1947, the Dutch violated the Linggarjati Agreement and carried out their first military aggression. Gedung Juang 45 Bekasi was then controlled by the Dutch until 1949, but in 1950 Indonesian fighters were able to reclaim this building. After the building was successfully controlled and the Tamboen area was secured, government activities were resumed in this building. It was recorded that in 1950, the Bekasi Regency Public Works Service occupied this building for the first time. In 1951, this building was filled by the Indonesian Army, Battalion Kion Santang. People's representative institutions had offices in this building until 1960, including the Provisional Depard TK, 2 Bekasi and Depardger until 1960, followed by other offices and agencies until the end of 1982. Gedung Juang 45 Bekasi is a historical building in Indisch architectural style located in Tambun Selatan sub-district, Bekasi Regency. Before independence, this building called Landhuis Tamboen, known locally as Gedung Tinggi, was the center of private land owned by the Khouw van Tamboen family. Gedung Juang 45 Bekasi has a rectangular floor plan oriented to the northeast-southwest with a size of 24.9 meters x 29.45 meters. The architecture of Gedung Juang 45 Bekasi is a blend of European and Chinese styles called Compradoric style. This style developed in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. European style is seen in the use of porches, neoclassical ornaments, such as arched and entablature. The form of a closed foyer, the wall ornaments are a blend of European neoclassical styles influenced by the Palladian style that developed in the 15th century, while the Chinese style is visible on the roof and doors. At the back of the pavilion that functions as a museum, there is a water tower. On the Juang 45 building area, there are two new buildings in the form of a building for storing fire engines and a laboratory building for the Bekasi District Health Office. Gedung Juang 45 Bekasi consists of three building units, namely the main building, residential houses, and three pavilions. Main building. The main building, known as Gedung Tinggi, has two floors with a height of about 15 meters. The roof of the main building is in the shape of a pyramid with the top of the ridge in the form of a saddle cut off by a lantern or louvre. The lantern or louvre in this building is a unique part because it is a modified form of the jack roof. The lantern or louvre has a dual function as an air vent and a space for light to enter, so this lantern is also referred to as a licht and ventilation cap. The main building has a foyer on each floor. The length and width of the right and left porches on the first floor have a length of 21.62 meters and a width of 2 meters. The main stairs in the building are covered with marble. At the bottom of the stairs, you can see a floor that is covered with cement instead of ornate tiles, which was suspected as a bunker to Tambun Station. The walls of the first floor room are lined with various ornate ceramics. The ceiling height of the first floor is 5.3 meters. On each side, there are 5 doors with the same size between the first and second floors. The doors on the first and second floors have a length of 3.18 meters and a width of 1.37 meter. Both floors have large windows with wooden doors and have the same size, measuring 2.37 meters long and 1.37 meter wide. The pavilion building on the left side of the main building currently functions as a simple museum. This building retains the original tiles with a ceiling height of 4.2 meters. Inside this building, there are several rooms that are used as the Bekasi Regency PKK office space. In the main room, there are several collections of suspected cultural heritage placed in the vitrine, as well as a collection of old photographs that have been framed. The pavilion on the left side of the museum building is used for office space for various community organizations. On the roof of this building, there are numbers 1910 and each corner point is a truss. The entrance of this building leads to the west. Some rooms are left empty without any maintenance on the ceiling. The pavilion on the left side of the building with the year number roof is the smallest building in size. This building is not maintained at all. This building has 6 entrances and 3 windows. This pavilion functioned as the offices of community organizations with 5 entrances. This building has a triangular roof canopy support.